So, Joyce, the Juggernaut, versus average Joe Parker. I just want to give my prediction on this fight. It's official. It's happening in a couple of days. Decent fight. This one. Joyce undefeated, I believe 18-0. Joe Parker, couple of losses, but only to top guys, Anthony Joshua and Dillian Whyte. And even the Dillian Whyte fight was sort of, it wasn't clear cut, shall we say, because one of the knockdowns Dillian Whyte scored was a headbutt. It was a head clash, not a headbutt, but just a head clash, and Parker went down, but it was counted as a knockdown, and that was very, very early in the fight, I believe the second round, so that sort of changed the course of that fight. But in saying that, I believe Joseph Parker's lost a couple of fights by decision, that he's got the win. For some reason, he's got the judges in his corner. Andy Ruiz, he lost that fight in New Zealand, hometown decision. What else? Hughie Fury, very close fight. Very, very close fight with Hughie Fury. Chisora, the first fight, he definitely lost that. Chisora won the first fight. And what was the other one? There was one other one where he got a decision win. Anyway. Against Nobody Far. Junior, the Nobody Far. The unknown journeyman gets knocked out by Big Daddy Brown. The bum known as Junior Far. He lost that fight. Junior Far beat him. That's what I saw. Joe Parker couldn't land a punch to save his life. Terrible performance. Hopefully, what I'm hoping is that Joyce ends average Joe Parker's career, because we've had enough of him. He's boring. He's a recycled fighter. If Joe Parker wins this, then what? He fights Anthony Joshua again and loses again. He's not going to fight Fury, we know that. He loses to all the top guys. Usyk will whip him. Fury will whip him if they ever fought, but they won't. Joshua will beat him again. Wilder will knock him out, so there's nowhere for average Joe Parker to go from here. So I'm hoping that Joyce ends his career. We've had enough. We're sick of average Joe Parker. Average journeyman Joe Parker. Your career's over. It's about to be ended. Hopefully, fingers crossed. But I do think Joyce will win anyway. Average Joe, he looked a bit better, to be fair to him. He did look a bit better in his last fight against Chisora. Working with Andy Lee now and with Tyson Fury. I'm sure he's getting a lot of good advice and being pushed hard in training. So he looked a bit better. Hopefully he looks even better, or turns up in even better shape for this fight, and actually take some risks, because the last thing we want to see is average Joe get on the defensive and just Joyce following him around the ring, jabbing and breaking him down, and it'll probably go 12 rounds. If Joseph Parker just fights defensive in this fight, then it's probably going to be a 12-round fight, because they've both got good chins. Average Joe is not going to knock out Joyce. That's not going to happen. Joyce could knock out Parker, but if Parker's defensive, then it's probably going to be a boring fight that goes the distance. But regardless of that, I picked Joyce to win. Better fighter, more entertaining, and it's just a whole lot better if we can see Joyce against AJ or Usyk or Fury or Wilder. That's what we want to see. We don't want to see average Joe journeyman recycled again. So hopefully his career is ended this weekend. Let me know your thoughts.